from the Eagles because it worked the other night.
Demetrius Morant, one of the two changes from 12 days ago, was Nate Hicks, jumping center on the 21st of February. So the Eagles will start things off. Spartans in the zone. Jones, baseline. Pulled the string on the jumper, however. Miller the rebound. Ty Green, 26 and 31 points in the two games against FGCU this year.
Well, Cuthbertson had a great game his last game here, David, even though the Spartans didn't win.
Miller has it stolen away by Comer, only to have Brett misplay it. Miller gets it back, down low, rejected from behind by Morant.
Well, they're going to let him play, David.
Well, these are the two best rebounding teams in the conference. Usually that means toughness, so if the refs let them play, I think both teams would respond well to that.
No, I think they both would like it.
Jones. Now Comer with 15 on the shot clock. Norelli, a foul line jumper. Last touch by Morant and FGCU. The Spartans 8-6 on the road this year, including 4-3 in conference play. Some terrific road wins. UNF, Mississippi State, Georgia Tech on their resume. Culbertson trapped at the moment. And there's Green touching it for the first time in scoring position. And Norelia knocks it away. Green in the backcourt, a lot of contact. They really are letting them play. And Morant fouls Stevens shooting a three.
Well, not a good foul.
Days ago when he was at East Carolina, he had a young assistant coach.
Doolin, Joel Doolin.
Shunquez Stevens with the first point of the game. And Stevens had 14 points in the Spartans' resounding win over Kennesaw State 2 nights ago.
Well, David, you had made reference to rebounding. Upstate is plus 61 on the defensive boards and plus 71 for the year on the offensive boards.
These two teams have played twice this year. The rebounding battle dead even. The difference in the meeting so far this year has been that the Eagles have shot the three ball better. Comer will try his luck at it, and it airballs it. Ty Green to Miller, back to Green, 4-3.
He's not going to miss that one.
Well, the Eagles, for some reason, left them alone for a moment.
Let me introduce him to the reigning player of the year and one of the best three-point shooters in the conference.
And one of the 15 best scorers in the history of the ASUN, now at over 1,800 points. DeBose forces one up. The Eagles have yet to get a good look at the basket. We're nearly 3 minutes in. How long does Bernard Thompson stay on the bench? Green for three. Spartans with the offensive rebound. Fred Miller comes away with it. If you're an FGCU fan, there are two stats. When the Eagles score 70 points, they're unbeaten. When they win the battle of the boards, they're unbeaten. Knocked away, Comer with the steal. 2-on-2. Brett gonna try to take it coast to coast, and Green swats it away, but not out of bounds. And a foul. And how long would Bernard Thompson stay on the bench? First 3:21 of the game. Now Bernard in there, as is Christian Terrell, as Comer and Morant take a seat. Terrell finds Thompson for three. Miller the rebound. In transition. Culbertson thought about a three. Stevens pump fakes, drives in the lane, and scores it with the left hand. Nearly 4 minutes FGCU has gone scoreless, and the Spartans jump out in front by 8. The zone should not be a surprise for FGCU. but they're struggling to attack it right now. Norelia. He passed up a shot that he likes, and then the
work hard.
Battle of the board so far. Spartans lead it 6-2. Homer and Morant stay on the bench. Miller with the drive right by Thompson. However, too much English on the layup. Eagles caught a break there. Little miscommunication there for a moment. A couple of Spartans were playing man-to-man defense, and 3 others were playing zone. Seem so baffled attacking the Spartan zone?
Well, it's just the flow is not very efficient or very effective. I think, and we've talked about this, you got to kick it inside and kick it out real fast, but you've got to move the ball quicker. You can't dribble the ball and look.
Eagles have scored 71 and 86 points in the first 2 meetings against Upstate. Very active zone. Jones in the lane. Can't get it to go.
Well, that was a good look. I like the fact they went inside.
Ty Green. Comer picks him up this time down the floor. Miller drives right by Terrell. Miller noticed the mismatch. And Norelia too late coming over on the help defense. And the Spartans have scored the first 10 points of this semifinal. Thompson. And Bernard's been struggling with his shot. He knows it. Everybody knows it. Those first couple shots are so important. Norelia reached in and knocked it away. Bernard and the Eagles 4-on-2. Great help defense by the Spartans. Terrell for 3. Jones the offensive rebound. He lost it. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with FGC.
A lead, but it's not a big lead. Given the course, you've got about a few 4 minutes to play.
Michael Buchanan, Marvin Smith checking into the game for the first time for the Spartans. Bit of a 3-guard look for FGCU right now. Comer. First points of the game. Nearly 6 minutes before scoring for FGCU to start the semifinal. Thompson on Miller this time around. Cuthbertson. Down low, Buchanan. Muscles, only to have it rejected. Morant with the block with the left hand, and the Eagles get the ball. Well, Demetrius Morant, defensively, has been much more of a force here in the final month of the season. He's been able to play D without fouling.
And that's what you need as you close down, trying to get to the dance.
Spartans packing in the zone. Nate Hicks. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Comer for 3.
Well, Upstate 10, Comer 5.
The senior point guard keeping his team in it. Ty Green. Straightaway deep 3.
Oh, man.
He caught it in full motion. Was able to step into it and fire from the bottom of the U on FGCU. That's 28 feet if it's an inch.
Oh, my Lord. I love that shot.
Comer tries to answer. Bernard, the rebound. Flips it up, no. Ty Green under control. Triple teamed. And yet gets it back and fires. Comer 2-on-2. Brett. Knocked away, but saved by the Spartans. Fred Miller saved it and eventually got it back. Cuthbertson splits the double team and goes under Hicks but couldn't finish. Thompson in the open floor.
See, that's what Bernard's got to do. Put it on the floor, go to the hole.
Well, the Eagles want to run. They don't want Upstate to set up the zone defense. Bernard forced the issue there and made it work. Green with the step back. Miller knocks it away. Out of bounds. It'll be F.
3 for 15, 1 for 5 from the 3, but the Spartans, hey, 50% from the 3 has got them this lead.
Eagles have to feel fortunate they're only down 6, 9 minutes in. Upstate. And Ty Green with the foul on Thompson. He thought he got all ball. They ruled he got him after Bernard had just left the floor. And the 7, Demetrius Morant checks back in. Tristan Thomas in the game for the Spartans. Comer and Thompson have scored all 9 of FGCU's points. And Morant, and he's just picked up. And Demetrius Morant, who's been a bit of a force here lately, and had a double-double in the Eagles' win 2 nights ago. But now he's on the bench with 2 fouls for the final nearly 11 minutes of this half. Stevens with the drive. Too strong, however. Homer in transition to Jones. Well, this is an 11-3 spurt for FGCU after the Spartans scored the first 10 points of the game. Only that deep 3 by Ty Green in the last 4 minutes. Nice pass inside to Stevens, however. Bucket and the foul. First, 13 foul. But Stevens, who had 14 points Tuesday night in the win over Kennesaw, 73% free throw shooter. He has 7 so far tonight.
Well, he's just an active body and loves to go to the hole.
DeBose splits the zone. Bernard down low to Norelia. Green poked it away momentarily. Still 15 on the shot clock. Homer to Thompson. For about the 400th time in their careers. And the Eagles have cut it to 1. Stevens for 3. Buchanan the rebound, only to have Thompson rip it away. And then Stevens. Buchanan with great hustle getting it to Stevens for the 2. That is playoff effort right there. Thompson's 3 to tie it.
Oh, you better put a hand up.
Ty Green. Eagles caught a break there for sure. Comer to Thompson. Spinning. Norelia. Stripped away down low. Quick hands and hustle by the Spartans defensively so far tonight. Stevens, who shot one earlier, drives down low. Buchanan, offensive foul.
Wow.
Stevens crashed into Norelia on the pass. And that negated what would have been a dunk. First on Stevens, 13 foul. So both teams seem to be breaking their sweat now, getting into more of a rhythm. Certainly the case with FGCU. Spartans have gotten some good looks here.
They just haven't made them. and DeBose hasn't got off yet either. So the Eagles have got to be happy being this close.
Nate Hicks double teamed. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Comer to tie. Kick by Hicks. Eddie Payne and the Spartans saying that ball was on the cylinder.
Well, it was close.
But Hicks and the Eagles get credit for the two. Nice save by Tristan Thomas. Miller forces one up wildly. And the Eagles can take the lead after trailing 10-0. Terrell for three. Norelia. And Eddie Payne. 2012. Twice the last 2 years and now a third meeting this year. The Eagles have managed to win 7 straight, even though 4 of them are by 4 points or less. Cuthbertson, too strong for three. Comer in the open floor. And now Upstate settles into the zone. Norelia baseline jumper. The big fellow, the lefty's got a nice mid-range game.
That's one of the tougher shots in basketball, that little 7-8 footer, David.
That's his spot along the baseline. The lefty prefers the right side of the lane. Spinning Stevens, and he traveled.
Now see, David, in the Schuyler to Upstate, obviously Ty Green 6 with his 2 threes. But Boyle up here 34% for the Eagles. So things are heating up in Alico Arena.
Well, and the Spartans, who in the first, the 6, excuse me.
Yes.
So the Eagles have turned the table on the glass, and in turn, turned the table on the scoreboard. Thompson, who with his 7 points tonight is over 1,800 for his career and one of the top 15 scorers in ASUN history. DeBose. First points for Julian DeBose, and that's his game, slashing, finding the holes in a zone.
You saw how quick the Spartans got up the floor. They love that transition game, David.
Stevens on the give and go. Double teamed. Ty Green hasn't scored in a while. In transition, DeBose ahead of the field, and he's fouled. Good foul by Miller there. Because it was hard enough to stop the layup. He has added 6 to that, and Thompson has added 7.
And Brett Coe, Kelly Maynard, Dave Bolton
You are
stats.
just full of stats here. DeBose, 74% free throw shooter. And he makes the second. So the Eagles, who trail 10-0, now lead by 6.
And Dave, the pace of this game, only 4 turnovers for Upstate and 2 for the Eagles.
FGCU has been predominantly man-to-man. In fact, I think they've been entirely man-to-man. Ty Green fouled, hooping some harm. First on Terrell, and a much-needed bucket for Green and the Spartans. 3-point play cuts the deficit in half. These teams usually play close games. Even though the Eagles have won 7 in a row, 4 of them have been by 4 points or less. Now, just like that, the Spartans with a chance to tie.
A good look by Jamel Jones, just a little too hard off the glass.
Miller to Green.
That's automatic.
And just like that, Ty Green's already got 11. He has scored 26 and 31 in the 2 meetings against the Eagles this year. Thompson has it blocked. And then a foul. I think Eddie Payne's message has gotten through. Spartans have run a couple of nice sets, and their defensive intensity has picked up. All since that timeout. Jones for 3. Jamel Jones has had 2 good looks the last 2 times down. Green nearly throws it away, but Miller saved it. And the lane opens up. And he was worried of contact by Brian Green, and he took his eye off the rim and missed it. Eagles try to take advantage the other way. Norelia, no. Jones, no. And Schulte the rebound.
David, I like to get the ball with both hands and put it back up. There's no style points in basketball.
Under 4 minutes to go, first half. Wouldn't you know it, another close game between the Eagles and the Spartans, albeit a little lower scoring than I think everyone expected. Thomas, back to Miller. Fred Miller may go one-on-one here against Green. Tristan Thomas from deep.
Whoa.
Nearly banked it in. Green to Comer. And now FGCU will settle it down. Green. With the turnover to take us out to me is basically South Carolina Upstate's a 2-man offense.
Right. And you got Ty Green with 11 and Shaquez Stevens with 9.
20 of the Spartans' 22 from Green and Stevens. Buchanan down low, gets it to Thomas. 15 seconds to shoot. Under 3 minutes to go, first half. Fred Miller trying to get on track. Thomas gives the Spartans the lead. Tristan Thomas is a 45% three-point shooter.
Cannot leave him alone, David. It's in the scouting report.
So the Spartans, who trailed by 6, are back in front. Homer's pass is stolen. Thomas ahead of the field. Thomas blocked by DeBose, but a foul. Well, minutes of the game. These are just the 3rd and 4th free throws of the season for Tristan Thompson. He had made his first 2. Tristan Thomas ends up missing both free throws. I think I said Thompson. Tristan Thomas. Excuse me. So a missed opportunity there for the Spartans. Down low, Norelia. Jones tips it up to Ty.
Put it on the board, let the guys go up and get him, David.
Tie game, 2 minutes to go, first half. A-Sun semifinal.
Okay, this is why we love March Madness.
Games with high intensity and consequences. Fred Miller turned it over. Let's see.
That I've really come to like to watch and respect in this conference.
Averages 12 points a game on the season, their second leading scorer, although the Eagles have done a decent job in all 3 matchups of keeping him at or below his season average. Thompson. Nice defense by Upstate. Comer. Wild shot.
Not a good shot.
And the Spartans. Fred Miller will take his time. And the Spartans can play 2 for 1 here. If they want to work the clock on this possession, they can get 2 possessions to 1 to the Eagles in the final minute. And a foul. And with a minute to go, it allows the Eagles now to turn the tables and play 2 for 1 if they're so inclined. Pass deflected. Beside me is happy because the Spartans are going zone off the inbounds.
Love it. Negated that layup.
Ten seconds now for FGCU. Jones Fight for the rebound. Tie up between Terrell and Buchanan. 27 seconds for the final possession of the half for the Spartans. Fred Miller going to take his time.
I would watch some guy named Ty Green.
Well, the Eagles have 5 team fouls. They could give a foul here in the final 10 seconds. Three-pointer from the far corner. Air ball. Fought for. Loose in the lane. Up and in the final second. Yelled at his crew, and they finished the half on a 10-2 run to lead it by 2. Bernard Thompson, who did not start this game, starts the second half for FGCU. Thompson with it now. Upstate has stayed 2-3 zone throughout. Eagles will reset. Morant with his 2 fouls back on the floor. Morant missed the dunk because he was fouled. Demetrius Morant, a 53% free throw shooter. Spent much of the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. In fact, played only 7 minutes. One-point Upstate lead. Ty Green. When you hold them to 11 in the first half, you think of that as a win.
Very much so.
At least the Eagles do. The average is nearly 30 against FGCU. Green over to Bose. Nothing but net from 3 on his first shot of the half. There's not much Ty Green has not done, but he has not played in an A-Sun championship game. How desperately do you think he wants to win tonight? Ten seconds on the clock for Comer. Tried to draw the foul and does, and hits the 3.
Reggie Miller-esque move there, David.
A chance for the rare. And Comer completes the 4-point play. And just like that, the game is tied 90 seconds into the second half.
That's why you don't like to foul a 3-point shooter.
Cuthbertson. Stevens. Eagles now with a chance to take the lead. Comer forcing the issue.
And you saw Ty Green back away. Didn't want to pick up the second foul, David.
Pair of seniors going at it here. Somebody's career ends tonight. Green from the corner. DeBose went flying at him. Green altered the shot. Good defense there by Cuthbertson to stop the Jones drive. A little too far out for Comer. Ty Green. Jay Webb, Ty Green's like a pitcher. He can change speeds with the basketball. Miller with too many steps. Around for a year?
I mean, you'd have to give me a full ride because that's punishment every day.
Norelia out high. Joe Dooley has gone to play Morant and Norelia together a lot lately. And Comer with a rare turnover. His second, 5th on the Eagles.
When you're going against a team that can get hot from the 3, David, you got to value each possession.
Cuthbertson. Nice give and go to Stevens. Pass stolen by Comer. 3-on-2 for the Eagles. Comer has it. Pocket picked by Miller. Great defense. Thompson for 3. Set play. The Eagles set a wall at the top of the arc. Thompson hid behind it.
Was that the old picket fence?
Hoosiers was on last night.
Yeah.
Schulte down low, blocked by Morant, but a foul. And if it's on Morant, it's his third, and it is.
See, here's what I like what Schulte did, David. Little head fake, then he went up. Drew the contact.
Jacob Schulte, who got the start today. 9 points in the quarterfinal.
I like how this young man plays.
Four-point FGCU lead. Early moments, second half. Spartans' biggest lead has been 10. Eagles led 23-17 with 5.5 minutes to go in the half.
They got
playoffs. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Second on Schulte. Homer to Thompson, who fakes the three. Down low, Norelia, the lefty. That's a good look for him, though. And here's Fred Miller. Only 2 points so far. Spartans need him to get going. And he picks up the foul on Terrell.
Still not shooting great, but the Eagles, thank God, are 71%.
Ty Green pulled the string, but Stevens off the offensive rebound. He's unable to get it go, but 2 offensive rebounds for the Spartans. We didn't see a lot of free throws in the first half. At this rate, we'll see plenty in the second. Green short again on the jumper. Homer down court, and it's stolen by Stevens. He saved it to himself, and the referee kindly said, yeah, I can't let you do that.
Not a good pass by Brett Homer. You got to get a little more air into that one.
Brett with the two-handed set shot there, and Stevens able to catch up to it, but I mean, it was a good thought.
Good
Save
thought.
it to yourself, go out of bounds, come back in.
That looked like Hoyer for my Browns still in that pass.
Jones in the lane. Jamale. Norelia with the offensive rebound.
That's
put
what
back.
you want, David.
6 for Norelia, and that's the Eagles' lead, matching their biggest of the game. Fred Miller has not gotten going for the Spartans, and Ty Green about as quiet a 14 as he can have so far. Schulte down low. Spins on Norelia, bucket in the foul.
That was a big-time move by Schulte in there, David.
He had 9 points 2 nights ago in the win over Kennesaw. He has 4 here in the second half. Schulte comes out. Michael Buchanan comes in. Also Tristan Thomas for Upstate. Thompson. For the senior.
Well, if the Eagles are to win tonight and move forward, they need Bernard to keep shooting like that, David.
Thompson with 12, Homer with 11. Fred Miller. Ty Green, that's in his range from there. Ty Green. I told you. It's in his range from there. I told you, it's in his range from there. And that's why no lead is safe.
Well, his range may be the airport up there in South Carolina. He can shoot from anywhere, David.
Jones tries to answer. And now the Spartans can tie or take the lead. Buchanan. Miller. Feeds Buchanan down low. One-on-one against Hicks. And he ties the game. Michael Buchanan's first bucket. So Schulte and Buchanan here in the second half have given the Spartans some low post scoring. seconds on the shot clock. 7 minutes gone, second half. Jones finds DeBose. He knew he missed it, but he's tracking it down. Only have Ty Green come away with it. Up ahead to Thomas.
Good defensive get back there by the Eagles, David.
Comer and Green, the respect between the two. This is the 10th game against one another. Smith with the drive to give Upstate the lead.
Well, you just can't let people have a pass lane down there.
Marvin Smith with the bucket to give Ty Green some help, because he's got 17. And now the Eagles. Nate Hicks in the game because Morant's got 3 fouls. Comer to Ty.
He thought there was contact.
Well, Comer was knocked to the floor, and he's still on the floor. Slow getting up. Spartans playing 5-on-4. Green missed the shot, but gets it back. Comer just now crosses midcourt. Comer grimacing and limping a bit. Smith. And the Spartans lead by 4. And Comer is definitely hobbling. A timeout is coming up shortly, so Joe Dooley doesn't want to have to burn another one. DeBose for 3. One more score here for the Spartans, though, and he may have to do just that. Upstate keeping their composure. Thomas, a deep 3. He thought he was fouled as he was knocked to the ground. Comer down low, Norelia. And a reach-in foul by Ty Green. Who will run the show with Comer on the bench? DeBose. And Jones' pass knocked away and stolen. Without a natural point guard on the floor, the Eagles' offensive set there looked a bit disheveled. And because of it, Comer, despite being far from 100%, has made his way to the scorer's table, and he'll check back in at the next stoppage. Fred Miller, 3 seconds. Cuthbert's in. And a foul to the bench with 4 fouls. And Spartans maintain possession. And you get the feeling that a big 3 here would go a long way. Instead, it's an offensive rebound by Cuthbertson. His second bucket. And the Spartans up 6. Nearing the 9.5-minute mark. Thompson tried to get it to Norelia, who was fouled from the A-Sun title game. Thompson. And a fight for the rebound. He has 4 fouls. They're trying to get him healthy enough to check back in at some point. Upstate zone giving FGCU problems here in the second half, and a blocking foul on Cup.
Jump shots up and down, go to the hole, you know you're going to make free throws.
73% free throw shooter. Bernard came off the bench tonight. where he's the leading scorer in the game for FGCU. Thompson with 14, Comer with 11, the only two in double figures for FGCU. Ty Green, he's got 17. Cuthbertson, give and go in the lane. Smith got Jones in the air, bucket and the foul.
Best.
17 foul, both teams have committed 7, so we could see a lot of free throws in the final. 8:40, and this is Upstate's biggest lead of the half. The crowd is quiet and the tension is mounting when the home team's trailing late in the big game. Thompson for 3.
He's done it all his career, David. Big moments, big plays.
17 for the senior. Keeping the Eagles within shouting distance. Buchanan down low against Norelia. Backing in, jump hook. It's too easy if you're FGCU. And Upstate doing a lot of damage in the lane here in the second half.
Well, you know my love of sugar in the bigs, David, and it's working for Upstate right now.
Well, and when you have Ty Green on the floor, you never want to double the bigs because eventually he could be left open. Thompson for 3.
Now that's the Bernard Thompson, the ace in conference is used to seeing, David.
His 4th 3 of the game, 3rd of the half. And right now he is doing it solo. Green tries to respond. Knocked away, last touch by Upstate. That's Bernard with his excited look.
Yes.
They call him smooth for a reason. He's got 20. Eagles with a chance to tie. Hicks with it down low. Thompson forced that one, but the Eagles get another crack at it. DeBose for 3. Smith the rebound. Here comes Miller in transition.
You better find Ty Green.
Well, Comer found him. Tristan Thomas was calling for the ball. Miller decided to slow things down. Buchanan. 6.5 to play. Miller over Hicks. Rebound, Eagles. Jones 2-on-2. Comer to Ty. Yes, and a foul. Thomas went running at Comer, made contact with him.
Another 4-point.
When the Eagles fell behind by 4 early second half, Comer with a 4-point play to tie the game. Now his 4-point play. So Bernard Thompson with 20 and Brett Comer with 15. I think a few people have said over these last 4 years, as Comer and Thompson go, so go the Eagles.
That might be us.
Ty Green at the 6-minute mark. The Eagles run 2 defenders at him, and he shoots it over him anyway. And a foul, good call. And Jamel Jones better watch it. Don't let your emotions get the... It's the 3rd foul on Jamel Jones. 8th team foul. So we've got 1-and-1 free throws. Fouls on Jamel Jones. And we may have him with 4, so they're checking that right now. Meanwhile, Shunquest Stevens' first 2 points of the second half. And it gives South Carolina Upstate the lead with under 6 minutes to go. We've said these 2 teams normally play close games. 4 of the last 7 decided by 4 points or less. Thompson for 3. This is the Bernard Thompson who went 5 for 5 from 3 against Upstate 12 days ago, and Fred Miller goes right by Jamel Jones to tie things up. As we near 5 minutes to go. Norelia. In and out, no. DeBose, and he's fouled. Now one as a 74% free throw shooter. Eagles back in front.
In my world, David, he would, because he's the man who can take you to the promised land. So it's up to the Eagles if he does touch it to stop it. Oh!
Green just took one in the chops.
David, now the Eagle fans are upset. But that was a good call by the official.
Free throw shooter, meanwhile, goes to the line and misses the first free throw.
He's not going to miss two.
But he hits.
No, very much so.
In a big spot in a big game. They got it right, and now play resumes. And the Eagles are clearly running two players at Ty Green when he touches the ball on the perimeter. Fred Miller now. DeBose has drawn Green one-on-one here after Comer has guarded him for much of the game. Green shakes free of DeBose. Rebound Norelia, but he may have pushed.
Games, but the referees have not done a bad job. That was another good call.
Norelia fended him off with one arm and grabbed the rebound with the other. And since it's the 10th team foul, it's a two-shot foul for Shunquez Stevens.
20 points in the game was November 21st versus San Francisco. The 25th.
So Ty Green, a 75% free throw shooter, missed one a moment ago. And here's Stevens, a 73% free throw shooter, missing one here. This one to tie with 4:15 to go. Spartans have been in that zone for every possession of the game. They've extended it now on Bernard Thompson because he's hit 5 threes in the game. Ten seconds to shoot. Comer will look to go one-on-one against Cuthbertson. Now we'll shoot over him. Morant gets a hand on it, but Cuthbertson comes away with it. Comer forces the tie-up. Possession arrow with the Spartans. It'll be Upstate ball when play resumes.
Dominating 24-14 in the paint.
So the irony, the Eagles went big tonight, and yet it's their guards that are bailing them out. And Upstate doing the damage inside. Ty Green. Shunquez Stevens for the lead. His first 3 of the game. How about the guts to take it? Never mind, hit it with 3 minutes to go.
Well, I think the Eagles,
in an ace on semi.
I think they could live with him taking that 3, David.
DeBose. Thompson off 1 foot. And Schulte comes away with the rebound.
This is a big defensive stop or set for the Eagles because they don't want to go down by 5 or 6.
Well, if I'm Upstate, I want Ty Green shooting.
Oh, yes, I do.
Although the supporting cast has made the difference so far in the second half. Green's got 18-7 in the half. Fred Miller now. 5 on the shot clock. Can Stevens do it again? Morant the rebound. Approaching 2 minutes to play. Comer in the lane. Alley-oop. 1-point game.
I'll tell you what, people are on their feet. Good timeout.
Down. Everyone is standing, a near capacity crowd of over 4,000. Thompson on Miller. 10 seconds to shoot. Ty Green. Homer on him. Green for three. DeBose. Homer was looking to run out. Good defense there by the Spartans. 75 seconds to play. Homer looking over at Thompson as if to say, Bernard, what do you want to do? Bernard says, I want to shoot it. Rebound, Jamale Jones. Bucket and the foul! Eagles take the lead. Shooter's first free throw of the night. And so the Spartans trail by just one. Eddie Payne looking to see how things go. He's got timeouts in his pocket. Stevens down low, and Buchanan with the layup to give Upstate the lead with under 40 seconds to play. Brett Comer will call out the play. About a 3.5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Joe Dooley has timeouts at his disposal if he wants to use them. 13 seconds for Comer. Comer to DeBose. Comer for three. Air ball. And they say it went off Upstate. And my guess is they will take a look at it. Don't get a steal, they have to foul. Miller trapped. And the clock continues to run. And Ty Green, as the Spartans were able to get 4.1 additional. 0.8. Green's got 19 points. Spartans by 3. Jones to inbound, and he does so to Thompson. 4 seconds, 3. Thompson foul, shooting the 3. 4 seconds to go, and Ty Green fouled him. So Thompson, a 73% free throw shooter, who is a perfect 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Needing to make all 3 to tie. Eddie Payne has one timeout left, and he will use it right now. Remember, after the third free throw, if he were to miss, the ball is alive. Two down, 1 to go. He missed it. Miller the rebound. And the Spartans